So Armored Core 6 PvP Showcase came out and it was a huge disappointment for many of us because this game seemed brain dead as it can be. In 3v3s it seems like a huge mess where actually the main strategy was just ganking on one guy, killing him, proceeding on killing the other guy with the same like firepower on just one person at the time, and it's just seemed like a big mess with maps with no cover. I mean, one of the 4 maps that we've seen had cover. The problem when you have no cover in a projectile-based game is that you just need to, aim. I mean, you don't really have to aim because the hard lock does all the aiming for you, and then you just have to, hold on your triggers in order to blast your opponent with as many projectiles as you can, and whoever has the most damage output and the most health is going to win. And in 1v1 it was basically the same stuff. The 1v1 was showcased on a map with no cover with a tank build against a light AC. Tank builds are very sturdy with a lot of health, a lot of damage output, and very slow. And lightweight build usually have less options or can carry less ammo and will be able to outmaneuver and move a lot faster than the tank build, being able to break the line of sight, being able to outmaneuver them, and maybe coming in and out of cover in order to beat said opponent. So what we've seen really is making us believe that Armored Core 6 has no skill gap, but is that really all there is to be? In one hand, yes, in one hand, no. So the argument of the yes or that, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. You look at the footage, what do you see? You just see a messy mess with 3 people just spamming, holding triggers at each other, not really knowing what they're doing, and somehow one team is winning because they have more tanks than the other team. And in the 1v1, it's basically the same stuff. You see a poor lightweight AC build having no idea how to outplay the tank build and just getting, spammed to death with the Gatling gun. But if we look a bit further and we try to expand our brain, if we try to put eyes in our brain to deliver us from our bestiality, from wait, what is he saying? Bestial idiocracy. I forgot. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Mikolash. But basically, if we try to go a bit further, we are saying that maybe the people playing had no fucking idea what they were doing, which is very, very possible because people are improving at these games years down the line. I mean, we see people in Armored Core 4 Answer even finding new ways to play the game and improving their skills, even though the game came fucking like more than 10 years ago. But my point is that if we look at the footage of the tank versus the lightweight build, so fighting Cowboy, having the tank and the lightweight build being piloted by Ouroboros, we can see that Ouroboros just keeps on backpedaling against the tank. So of course the tank is going to close the gap on him because you're not going to move as fast when you're going backward and when you're going forward. So maybe the play of Ouroboros was just to maybe fly over his opponent, maybe using more of the quick boost technique because he's not using that much of the quick boost, maybe using the quick boost a lot on the ground while he's being grounded, and maybe on the air just using the over boost, I forgot the name of it, where you're flying very fast. I mean, I don't know. And also we need to take into consideration that people didn't have access to the full game. There were a lot of parts that they were not allowed to use, they were prevented from using, probably for spoiler reasons. But the point is that we haven't seen a fully mechanized, a fully equipped mech, whether it's on the tank side or whether it is on the lightweight side. And probably a lot of ways to play the games are going to be discovered. And just with movement technique, maybe some cancels are going to be found out. For example, in Armored Core 4 Answer, the tutorial doesn't tell you how to quick turn, which is an essential part of the game if you want to keep track of your opponent. So I'm not saying that quick turning is going to be the thing that's going to save Armored Core 6, although we still don't know. We need to play the game to be sure. But maybe new movement tech, new way to cancel, maybe regenerate some energy faster. I don't know. Maybe some stuff are going to be invented, find out, just have, after like a year in Elden Ring PvP, we've just found out that you can perfect block. I mean, what else are we going to find in Armored Core 6 down the line? But yeah, I really do want to emphasize on the fact that they had no idea what they were doing. I think the people playing really had no idea what they're doing, and actually we saw the perspective of fighting Cowboy and Ouroboros. I'm pretty sure that From Cheng actually knows what he's doing because he's been playing the game for a long time and he's a big part of the community. But here, look, if we look at the background footage, we just see Ouroboros backpedaling, keeping being on the line of sight of the tank. Is never, not once, trying to fly over him, trying to fly high over him, and is just like kind of standing there waiting to be shot at, not really. I mean, and yeah, of course he loses. So is this the only way to play? I mean, if you look at any Armored Core, for answer, because that's the game I've been playing the most recently, like, you never do that. This is the best way to get fucking shredded, even by AI. Like, when you play lightweight build, you need to fly all around the place, break the line of sight, popping a few shots, and then switching position. And the aiming, I know many people talk about the aiming and you don't need to aim. I mean, the aiming portion, like, if we're looking right now, fighting Cowboy is actually missing a lot of shots, although he does have the automatic lock on, but he has a dumbass opponent that's just standing there. I mean, it's not to say that Ouroboros is dumb. Like, I love Ouroboros. It's just like the way he plays seems very dumb. And yeah, fighting Cowboy against an opponent like that can just like stand there and just spam his weapon, but maybe somehow, maybe there's a way to outplay the tank. I don't know. We don't know, and that's the thing I really want to emphasize in this video. Is just like a quick reaction. We don't know yet. We need to play the game. We need to give it a few months. Look at, for example, in Elden Ring, we thought that bleed was broken. Turned out there was a lot of items to counter bleed. There was like the red cure meat. You also had the stalwart horn. The charm, like the charm that you used in order to counter the bleed. You also had the shield that was spiral horn shield, I think it was called. And with all that, you could definitely counter a lot of the bleed build-up and a lot of the bleed setup. So maybe it's a bit the same here. Maybe there are some parts that definitely make lightweight build OP. Maybe there are ways to, weaken the hard luck of your opponent. I mean, God knows what we can find. I know it's easy to be a doomer right now and to be like, oh, this game is shit. There's no way this game is going to be good. Look at what we're seeing right now. But I think we need to really try to look further than what we're seeing and try to come out from a perspective. Imagine if Elden Ring comes out. Imagine the Elden Ring hasn't even came out. Elden Ring hasn't even came out, and we see a 3v3s in the arena. 3v3 in the arena with like some dude just trying to put up a build after 30 hours of playing the games, maybe less than that, try to come out with the build and trying to play. Like, they would have no idea what are the best weapon. Even us today, we are still discovering better ways to play the game. Like, the meta is not completely changing, but it's definitely evolving, right? And some gems are being found every day. I'm thinking about Gigas Tikas, which is making a great work of exposing many broken combos that no one has ever thought about, where he spends like days trying to perfect. And if you're against Gigas Tikas, there's a high chance that you're going to lose, because you're going to find to be against a series of spells that you've never imagined. And it's probably going to be the same here. Like, those guys have no idea what they're doing. Maybe the 3v3s is just going to be the fun, messy, silly part. Like, it's the same thing with 3v3s in Elden Ring. And maybe the real sweat thing will be duels. Who knows? Maybe Armored Core 6 will be shit. Maybe Armored Core 6 will be amazing, and many patches are going to improve the game. But I think it's way too early to be a doomer. I think we need to really try to analyze the footage. I mean, I'm still looking at the footage every day. Every day, the thing has been out for a day, in order to really understand the plus and minus. And my conclusion so far is that people playing have no idea what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing, and it's not against them. It's just that the game is new. So, and the depth of the FromSoft game, how complicated they are, and how Armored Core, more than any game, are very, very complex, especially in the build making. Like, which generator is better, which AFCF do you pair with which weapon, like We need to try out all the weapons, because even in the same categories of weapons, some weapons are better than other, but some weapons better than other, depending on which type of build and which type of playstyle you have. So yeah, it's not any different here, and the guy in charge of the combat is the one in charge of Sekiro. I mean, who here can say that Sekiro combat is shit? No one. Sekiro combat was fucking amazing. So I'm pretty sure there are a lot of things that we don't know, and I just want you guys to keep this in mind. Let me know if there is something that you've seen in the footage that you that really shows something that we haven't seen, or you in the dooming section of the comments where you think that, yeah, this game is trash, there is no saving it, I'm going to cancel my pre-order. So yeah, it is a very tough time. I think everybody's emotions are all over the place, and we need to really look at it from firm ground, and yeah, trying to be more grounded about all that. So that was my quick reaction about the gameplay. Love you guys. It was Valentin, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.